We should be live. Alright. What's going on, beautiful people? It's G-Rex the Great, aka your friendly neighborhood comic enthusiast. And today, we're going to be going through our predictions for the new dcko event, which is the Mortal Kombat style death tournament, I guess. It's a crazy tournament. It's a crazy fight that DC has set up that is going to be 32 contestants, tournament bracket style. You know, we're going to keep dwindling down until we get to the final two and decide a winner of who is the best of the best in DC Comics, according to the writers. But as you can see, we got the bracket set up here. I got all of the names locked in. Got this side done and this side as well. So we're going to be running through it, seeing who I got winning and taking it all. But before we get too deep into it, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. You know what I'm saying? We're glad to have you here. We're going to jump into this. But before we do, you know what I'm saying, drop a like on the video. You know what I'm saying? If you're really feeling it, drop a like. Drop a comment. Most importantly, drop a comment down below and let me know who you got either winning it all, or you can break down all of your winners down in the comments. But I'm very interested to see what you guys got. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and jump into it. We're not even gonna waste no more time. So the first matchup in dcko is Superman versus Giganta. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time running through these. You know, we'll be sitting here talking forever going through these fights. So I'm going to try to keep it pretty short, you know, and really just pick my winners and, you know, talk a little bit about it. But Superman versus Giganta. Oh, I will mention one thing. It did say that they were able to bring weapons or items with them. So honestly, I'm not too sure what everybody would bring, but we can kind of assume based on certain people. But some people, it's just like, I don't know what they would bring. But like I said, first fight, we got Superman versus Giganta. I don't really think we need to talk too much about this. I mean, honestly, it's going to be some curb stomps in these first rounds. I'm not going to lie. As I was looking through the names, I was like, some of these first round matchups are just kind of curb stomps. But the first one, Superman versus Giganta, that's it's Superman. You got to go to start it. Yeah, it's Superman. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do that there. I mean, I don't think we got to think too much about that. Superman versus Giganta. She be trying to put up with Wonder Woman. She's a Wonder Woman villain. I mean, she tries her best, but she's not beating Superman, who's pulling up with the yellow sun knuckle busters. I mean, it's not happening. Next up, we have a better fight, a way better fight. Captain Atom versus Power Girl. Now, this is very interesting. Captain Atom is not a slouch. Captain Atom is a top tier when it comes to power. Like, he should not be slept on. And then Power Girl, in her own right, I mean, she's an alternate version of Supergirl, so I mean, she's a powerhouse in her own right in and of herself. But I think I'm gonna be completely honest here. I can see Power Girl edging this out, but just on like how vast quantum manipulation is in and of itself, I think I'm siding with Captain Atom. I mean, let me know if I'm tripping in the comments down below, but I think I'm siding with Captain Atom. And I mean, who don't want to see Superman versus Captain Atom in the second round? I mean, that's a bang right there. That's a banger of a fight. Alright, next up, we got Guy Gardner versus Firestorm. Guy Gardner, Green Lantern versus Firestorm. Two minds, one body. You know how we get down. Honestly, Guy Gardner isn't one of my favorite Green Lanterns. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm trying not to be too biased in this, but we're gonna definitely get biased when we get to Aquaman. But we're trying not to be too biased. I'm trying to be just like genuinely think about who could win these fights. And as far as Firestorm versus Guy Gardner, if Firestorm was going up against like Hal, John, even Cal, Sinestro, I would be like, I'm gonna give it to one of the Lanterns. But against Guy Gardner, I mean, I'm going Firestorm, man. I'm sorry. I know we just had him in the Superman movie, so it would be dope to see him move along. But I mean, Buddy got KO'd by Batman in one punch. I mean, I gotta go Firestorm here. Next up, we got Jay Garrick, the Flash versus Cheetah, another Wonder Woman villain hitting the scene. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Cheetah's fast, but she doesn't have the Speed Force. I mean, come on, like I said, it's some curb stomps in this first round. Not really much to debate. I got Jay Garrick going over Cheetah. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all do. But if, like I said, if not, let me know what you guys got in the comments. Next up, the GOAT, Aquaman versus King Shark. I feel like this fight is disrespectful. I don't even gotta think on it too much. It's disrespectful. It's Aquaman and 4 sweep, no gentleman. I mean, it's easy here. He's a god now. I mean, if you haven't been keeping up with Jeremy Adams' Aquaman run, bleeding into, I believe it bled into a little bit into Justice League. Something I think it's supposed to bleed into Justice League or something like that. But he's basically a god now, ruler of the blue. Basically, took down Dagon. I mean, he's too goated. Even I don't want to get too deep into the Aquaman run, but the man pulled up on a rampaging Superman, grabbed his punch, stopped it, and knocked him out low key. Was able to get the mind control off, put that work on him. Even Batman and Wonder Woman was like, "How did you do that?" Not to mention he jumped from the watchtower into the ocean. All right, next up. Connor Hawk versus Hawkman. Keep it a band with you. I don't know too much about Connor Hawk. I know he got a bow and arrow. I haven't read too much with Connor Hawk. I just kind of briefly know who he is. Versus Hawkman the Hawkist. I mean, it's not too much to say here. He has actual powers. He has nth metal. Now to be fair, Connor Hawk could come with some crazy trick arrows or something like he learned from Green Arrow. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he come with something crazy, but at the end of the day, I don't see him being Hawkman. It's just not about to happen. Lex Luthor versus Black Adam. Shout out Black Adam. I recently watched the TV show that came out on Netflix. That was actually pretty dope. I was sleeping on it and I decided to watch it and I actually liked it. I haven't finished the 4th season because to be honest, it kind of feels like the 4th season is getting a little redundant. But outside of that, the first 3 seasons were pretty good. I really enjoyed it. But we got Lex Luthor versus Black Adam. We know Lex Luthor is going to be rocking the war suit. We know Lex Luthor is going to be rocking the war suit in this more than likely. I mean, why wouldn't he if you can bring items, weapons, and stuff that no reason for him to not. Also, in the preview picture, in the lineups, he has the war suit on. So, and then we got Black Lightning. It's a tough fight, honestly, because like I feel like I would want to say Black Lightning instantly, but I don't think you can count out Lex Luthor. Like, I don't think this is a Hawkman versus Connor Hawk situation. You know, like I feel like you really can't count out Lex Luthor. Like, he's gonna come with some BS. Like, he's coming with something. Like, he's not coming empty-handed. He's coming with a plan. So I don't want to rule him out, but I also don't want to rule out Black Lightning. Like, could he short out the war suit? Yes. I mean, could Lex Luthor like have like some shielding or something that protects him, redirects the lightning? I mean, he can have some of anything. So just based on his intellect alone, I'm gonna have to edge out Lex Luthor here, man. Like, it's crazy. I didn't like pre-think about any of these fights. I just like lined them up and we here running through it, fresh thoughts. I think I'm gonna edge out Lex Luthor here. I'm gonna submit that. I'm edging out Lex Luthor over Black Lightning in the first round. A crazy upset. I'm going crazy upset in the first round. Lex Luthor upsets Black Lightning. We got Etrigan versus Supergirl. Etrigan's dope. You know what I'm saying? Shout out him. But you're not beating Supergirl, buddy. All right. So coming out of that round, we got Superman and Captain Atom, Firestorm and Jay Garrick, Aquaman and Hawkman, and Lex Luthor and Supergirl. Now, we're not going to continue here. We're going to go over to the other side, and we're going to work on the first round for this side of the bracket. First up, starting off on this side, we got Wonder Woman versus Starro, a kaiju fight. She's probably going to have her sword and her shield, and Starro is just going to be a giant starfish that is going to get cut in half, and all of his little mini Starros will also get cut in half. His only win condition is putting a star on Wonder Woman's face. That is his only win condition, and I don't think he will get it at all. Wonder Woman taking that first round for me. Next up, we got Lobo versus Plastic Man. Now, this side of the bracket is like low-key debatable. I'm not gonna lie. Lobo versus Plastic Man is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's like an immovable object versus an unstoppable force. Like, what? Like, I honestly don't know who can win this. You can't kill Lobo, but Plastic Man is just the embodiment of a broken character. So I honestly don't know who wins this. Now, granted, the Supergirl movie comes out next year. James Gunn has come out and said that Lobo is in it, played by Jason Momoa, who's been wanting to play Lobo forever, basically, at this point. James Gunn has also said that Lobo will kind of be a major component in the movie throughout the 3-arc structure. So could they let Lobo win this to kind of push him to get him more, into the mainstream media and into the zeitgeist of the public for the movie? Yes, they could, but I don't think we're going to rely too much on that there. But Lobo versus Plastic Man, oh my goodness, is crazy. I want to say Plastic Man. Like, honestly, like, my brain is going, like, I feel like Plastic Man could edge this out. Like, I mean, you don't have to kill Lobo to beat him, essentially, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of take him out of commission. But, I don't, it's like, Lobo has gone toe-to-toe with so many top tiers, man. And then it's like Plastic Man is devious in his own right. Like, oh, man, this is the first one on the list that really got me like, I genuinely don't know. Definitely let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on Lobo versus Plastic Man. This is, man, you know what? My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yeah. I don't want to though. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is a close one. This is a close one. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna set it at 3-3. It's 3-3. It's 3-3 in the finals right now. Lobo versus Plastic Man. They're going into game 7 right now. Like I said, like, my mind is telling me Plastic Man, but like something is telling me Lobo can edge this out. But you know what? Lobo winning 7. Going Lobo in 7. Lobo in 7. Holy shit, Lobo in 7. I'm sorry, Plastic Man. Like, it's crazy that Plastic Man could get a first round exit, but he drew Lobo. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be mad either way. Like, if Plastic Man won this, I'll be like, valid. If Lobo win it, valid. Like, honestly, whoever they decide can win this match, I'm not tripping. Like, either one of them can win that. That's just up for grabs, honestly. Swamp Thing versus Vixen. Shout out Vixen. I like her power with, you know, taking on the animal power. She's basically a walking, talking wildcat. But it's Swamp Thing, you know, with the green. It's just not gonna do enough. Cyborg versus Batwoman. Cyborg. I mean, I don't think she's gonna do enough. I mean, she got the gadgets and whatnot, but I don't think Miss Kane gonna do enough in that fight right there against Cyborg. I mean, he just has too much at the arsenal. His arsenal is way too deep. Bag's way too deep for Batwoman. Batman versus Star Sapphire. Carol. Alright, look. It's Batman. I'm like, in theory, like, just speaking in theory, logically even, Star Sapphire probably should win this fight. I mean, at the end of the day, she can just put Batman in a construct bubble and, you know, send him off to wherever, but it's Batman. Red Hood versus Damian Wayne. Red Hood's probably gonna bring his guns and whatnot. Damian's probably gonna bring the sword, maybe even guns himself, but more than likely probably the sword. At the end of the day, I think Damian Wayne's just a better combatant than Red Hood. I mean, don't get me wrong, Red Hood's nice, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Damian was trained by the League of Assassins. I mean, I think he's just a better combatant, and neither one of these people have power. So at the end of the day, it comes down to who's better hand to hand and with their weapons. And I think by far that's Damian. All right, and that's a tough matchup in the second round too. Batman versus Damian Wayne. That's a tough matchup. Zatanna versus Big Barda. Now, don't get me wrong. These are two of my favorite ladies in DC Comics. I love Zatanna. I love Big Barda. They're both in my top 5 DC women. I love them both, and I can't bear to see them fight like this. I can't bear to see them fight like this. But just looking at it, thinking about the power sets. I mean, Big Barda, you know what I'm saying, she got strength for days, combat skills for days. I mean, she's not better than Lady Shiva, but you could put her up there. I mean, she got hands 4 days. But when you're talking about somebody like Zatanna, I mean, magic out the wahoo. I mean, if Big Barda can get in close, you know what I'm saying, and start doing her thing, I think it's just a mismatch, honestly. Like, if Big Barda was going up against somebody else, like, I might have put Big Barda over Lobo. I ain't gonna lie. I might have edged her out over Lobo. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Maybe I'm crazy. Let me know. But I might have edged her out over Lobo. But Zatanna, I think the magic bag is just way too deep. Way too deep. I hate to do it. I'm gonna definitely send her to 7. I'm gonna definitely send her to game 7. But I hate to do it, but Zatanna, man, I think she takes that, and that, oh god, I forgot this fight was up here. Harley Quinn versus Metamorpho. Now, look, I'm going to keep it a band with you. There's this thing in comics regarding Harley Quinn that I particularly don't like, and we're going to get into it a little bit right here. So, I was reading the new Birds of Prey comic that's been coming out. You know, the one that has Black Canary recruiting the team, and she goes and gets Cassandra Cain, Batgirl. They link up with Big Barda. Shout out Big Barda. Some more people, I honestly forgot. But moral of the story is they also try to recruit Harley Quinn. Now, they send Cassandra Cain, Batgirl to go and try to recruit Harley Quinn. Now, Cassandra Cain, Batgirl, like when I compare Big Barda to Lady Shiva, where I was like, she's not there yet. Cassandra Cain kind of is. I mean, she was directly trained by Lady Shiva. Some people will argue she's a better hand-to-hand combatant than Lady Shiva, but I mean, whether you think so or not, she's definitely up there with her. When you get comments from people like Batman saying like, "Hey, that girl honestly could probably beat my ass," so it's like damn near everybody in the DC universe puts respect on her hand-to-hand combatant skills. So when you want to kind of gauge somebody's hand-to-hand skills, comparing them to one of the best in the universe within Cassandra Cain just makes sense. But for Cassandra Cain to outright admit that Harley Quinn almost bested her just because she's unpredictable, I mean, fair, I guess, bro, but Harley Quinn isn't like this crazy hand-to-hand combatant, you know what I mean? Like she's great agile, she can move and jump and flip around and stuff, and she is crazy. Don't get me wrong with that. She would just smash you with a bat, or like a giant hammer, but I mean, she's not heming with Cassandra Cain. So I was like, man, it kind of took me out. But I say all of that to say, if they try to have her beat up Metamorpho, man, just because it's Harley Quinn, I don't know. I don't know. At that point, if they decide to let Harley Quinn win this match, I think logic doesn't matter in the tournament anymore. So without further ado, Metamorpho should win this without a doubt, without a question. We just saw him in the Superman movie. We saw what he was capable of. The man crushed a tank out of a hammer made from his hands. He's shooting acid at people. I mean, he shouldn't lose this. Rex should not lose this fight, realistically speaking. So next up, we're going to slide back over to the other side of the tournament and do that second round. First up in the second round, we got Superman versus Captain Atom. Now, this fight right here, way better than Superman versus Giganta, and I think is way better than Captain Atom versus Power Girl. This fight right here is not to be taken lightly. This is not a curb stomp. This is not a Superman just walks in and walks out. This is not a slight fight. I want to reiterate that. This is going to be a crazy fight. Now, do I still have Superman winning? Maybe. We're going to start it off at 1-1 right now. Captain Atom has been shown to be able to go head-to-head with Superman before. It's not like it's been, you know what I'm saying? Like, Superman has definitely hemed him. Like, it was, I forgot, like an animated jump. Superman realized he could like, Captain Atom could like take a punch, so he started going a little harder and whatnot. But I think this is going to be an amazing fight. But I'm going to definitely have Superman taking this. They're going Game 7. I got Superman taking it, but Captain Atom is not going to be a slouch. That's going to be a crazy fight, and I can't wait to see it. Jay Garrick versus Firestorm. I think this is going to be a crazy fight too. Like, honestly, if I didn't have Superman winning this, Captain Atom versus Firestorm would have been a kind of cool fight. But coming here, I think honestly, we'll start them off at 1-1. Firestorm versus Jay Garrick, man. The Speed Force is broken, bro. Like, is Jay Garrick the fastest Flash? No, he's not. I mean, he's not faster than Barry. He's damn sure not faster than Wally. I don't think he's faster than Impulse. But the Speed Force is the Speed Force, man, and I don't think Firestorm's dealing with it, to be honest with you. I got Jay Garrick, man. Jay Garrick is getting a lot farther in this tournament than he should. Not gonna lie to you. Next up on the fight, but he's definitely ending here. He's not getting past that. Alright, next up, Aquaman versus Hawkman. Hawkman is dope. He got the 9th medal. Don't get me wrong. I got him winning too. But Aquaman, like I said, he's a god. He's not losing this fight. Next up, we got Supergirl versus Lex Luthor. A dope matchup. Which is also another cool reason for Lex Luthor to win the first round against Black Adam, the matchup against Supergirl. Think it's gonna be cool. Think it's gonna come down to the wire. I got Lex taking 2 in this, but I got Supergirl coming out on top right here. All right, next up, pop over back to this side. We got Wonder Woman versus Lobo. I think this fight is going to be insanity. Start them off at 1-1. I think this fight is going to be crazy. Now, do I think Wonder Woman just walks in and walks out? Absolutely not. She is not walking in and walking out. This is going to be a thugged out, long drawn out fight to the end. Now, I'm going to give Lobo another one here. Lobo really can hold his own. We've seen him fight people like Superman, like Wonder Woman, like Martian Manhunter, like he fought Flash Groups. Like, we've seen Lobo fight some really powerful people. But at the end of the day, Wonder Woman going up 3-2. Now, with Lobo got his back against the wall, Wonder Woman up 3-2, series going to 7. Wonder Woman looking like she can walk out with it. Do I think Lobo can pull it out the bottom? I'm talking about fourth quarter comeback in game 6 to push this to a game 7? Absolutely not. Wonder Woman. Absolutely not. Wonder Woman takes it. Now, like I said, it's not going to be slight, but I got Wonder Woman taking that 4-2. I ain't going to lie to you. Next up, Swamp Thing versus Cyborg. I don't really got to say too much. Big Swampy. Gentleman sweep, Swamp Thing. I mean, as an avatar of the green, it come with a lot of upsides. We kind of got to see a little bit of Swamp Thing operating in the Titans comic that was coming out. You know, he fought against Raven when she was turning into the I forgot the name, but when she was getting controlled by Trigon, they had locked the real Raven in the crystal and whatnot, and her, you know what I'm saying. But we got to see what he can do a little bit out there, dealing with like some really, really powerful beings and whatnot. So I got Swamp Thing taking down Cyborg in a long, drawn out fight. I think Cyborg is going to be able to hold his 30s, you know, but at the end of the day, I mean, I think Swamp Thing, like, the Cyborg got a deep bag. Don't get me wrong, Cyborg's bag is fucking ridiculous. But I think Swamp Thing being an avatar of the green is just going to edge him out over Cyborg at the end of the day. He just got too much in his bag. Cyborg going to end up running out of gas. Not literally, but I feel like Swamp Thing is just going to last him out and end up taking that fight. A cool fight, Batman versus Damian Wayne. This is going to be a crazy fight right here, but that Batman, man. I'm gonna give Damian Wayne the gentleman sweep, but he ain't gonna beat his daddy. Next up, Zatanna versus Metamorpho. Now this is a crazy fight too. They got Zatanna getting this out the mud, low key. I ain't gonna lie. They got Zatanna coming out the mud for this tournament, but as where I said Metamorpho is just curb stomping Harley Quinn, I don't think he's curb stomping Zatanna. We're gonna start him off here too. Now, the magic side of things, like I said previously for Zatanna, the bag is deep, but Metamorpho's ability to just transform into anything, man, put him up 3-2 on Zatanna. I'm not gonna lie. Now, Zatanna, her back against the wall, down 3-2, looking at game 6, like, what can I do? Like, how can I get to game 6? You know what I'm saying? And I think she gonna get deep in the bag, pull it out game 6, push it to game 7, back against the wall. I think all the tricks are coming out the bag. Zatanna wins it, close fight, barely edging out Metamorpho. Boom, Zatanna moves on to the next round. Next up for this round right here, we got Superman versus Jay Garrick. I'm gonna give him a gentleman sweep, but this is where the Jay Garrick train ends. The unexpected Jay Garrick route finally ends. Right here, he low key walked through. I'm not gonna lie, he low key had a walkthrough. Cheetah, Firestorm wasn't slight, but walking through Cheetah, that's an easy win. Firestorm, not the easiest win, but I think he can pull it out until he finally hit a real heavy hitter. And he stops there. The unsuspected Jay Garrick train finally comes to an end. Next up, Aquaman versus Supergirl. This right here is gonna be a crazy fight. Not gonna lie, but I'm starting out at 1-1. Starting out at 1-1 Now, I think Superman is stronger than Supergirl, without a doubt. I think Superman is stronger than Supergirl. We just saw Aquaman square up with Superman in Aquaman number 9, I believe. 9, 8, 9, 10, something like that. We just saw him square up with Superman. Now, granted, Superman was mind controlled, but that just means that Superman has less of a reason to hold back. And Aquaman ate that punch directly to his face. Now, hear me out. there's a prophecy of the Dark Tide within the Aquaman ongoing series, and one of the covers is Aquaman with the Omega symbols in his eyes. So it starts like that series, that new series, the Aquaman series starts out with Aquaman finding like this. It was like a previous story, like an orb and whatnot. But basically, they found like the orb led them to an Omega symbol under the ocean, and once they interacted with it, it teleported Atlantis and Aquaman to the blue, basically, and that's where we get that story of Aquaman basically becoming a god, essentially, and that could heavily tie into this because, as you know, like this fight is tied into Darkseid heavy. Like Darkseid is like the main aspect of this tournament that we're doing here, and that could easily match up. Now, I mean, I think Aquaman would have won this fight. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but I'm gonna give it 2 here, but I think all of those details about what's been going on in the Aquaman story definitely could play heavily into what's going on with this. So I got Aquaman coming through here, beating Supergirl. Starting off beating King Shark. I mean, he kind of easily walked through here until he met Supergirl. Easy fight with King Shark. Relatively easy fight with Hawkman. Not the easiest, but I mean, it ain't gonna be too much of a difficulty. And then Supergirl, we're getting here his hardest fight yet so far, leading him to the fight with Superman up there, which we literally just had a preview for it in the Aquaman comic, so that's crazy. Wonder Woman versus Swamp Thing. At the end of the day, I'm gonna give Swamp Thing 3. They're going to 7. Wonder Woman thugging it out at the end of the day. I don't think Swamp Thing can beat her. Batman versus Zatanna. Now this is where the story takes a turn. Batman versus Zatanna. Zatanna wins. Fatality. No, I'm joking. But I genuinely think Zatanna edges out that fight with Batman. I think that's going to be the main shocker, that Batman stopped short of getting to the finals. Now, the final 4. We're here at the final 4. We got Superman versus Aquaman and Wonder Woman versus Zatanna. Now, this is going to be crazy. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be crazy. Now, I got 2 possible outcomes. I'm not gonna lie, I got, like, looking at it, I got 2 possible outcomes. We can see Superman versus Wonder Woman, or we can see Aquaman versus Wonder Woman. Sadly, I think Wonder Woman wins this in a close fight. I think it's gonna be crazy close, but I think Wonder Woman edges out against Zatanna. I'm pretty certain on that. The main question comes from Superman versus Aquaman. This is where we get, like I said, you guys gotta check out this new Aquaman run to really get a grasp of how powerful Aquaman is right now in mainline continuity. And I'm not just saying this because Aquaman has been my favorite superhero since I've been a child, but he is genuinely OD strong right now. Like, it's been so many panels and pages of characters just like, how strong are you now? Like, you're just a god. Like, you're just, like, insane. Like, there's so many panels of people just being like, yo, you're way too strong right now. Like, I literally just mentioned the joint where he pulled up on Superman being mind controlled and rampaging, ate a punch from a mind controlled Superman, stopped his punch, and then hit him with some Yamin new blue god level magic power, because he can also control water and bloodbend and everything now. Can't forget about that. So I can see 2 scenarios where Superman wins this fight. He goes going against Wonder Woman. But I can genuinely see a universe where Aquaman pulls the major upset. Batman gets upset in the round before, and Superman gets upset right here. I can truly see it, and we get Aquaman versus Wonder Woman. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Don't get me wrong, like, we're gonna go crazy. This is beyond the game 7 at this point. Like, this is 20v20 right now. this is a crazy fight right now. And honestly, based on the details that I gave you about Aquaman finding the Omega symbol, being teleported out, the dark tide prophecy where he has like the Omega symbols in his eyes, I think this is what could possibly fulfill the destiny of the Dark Tide, and then tie back into the Aquaman comic after the events of DCKO, where he's gonna get like some power of Darkseid and whatnot, and he's gonna basically fulfill the prophecy of the Dark Tide. And I think that's where we're going with this. And I got Aquaman edging out over Superman in a crazy, crazy fight. I know people are probably going to look at me like, you're crazy for thinking Aquaman can win this fight. But with the recent the recent comic, man, I think he has more than a chance. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he has a very, very good chance of being Superman. And then at the end of the day, we got Aquaman versus Wonder Woman. I think this is gonna be a crazy fight. Not gonna lie, we got this going to a dub as well. 2020, it's 2020 vision in this fight. But with the whole Dark Tide prophecy, I think DC could genuinely be leaning towards Aquaman being the main victor of dcko. But can I also see it being Superman? Absolutely. Can I also see it being Wonder Woman? Absolutely. Could they pull some BS and make Batman win it? Absolutely. I wouldn't agree with it. I got Batman stopping right here, as you can see, losing to Zatanna. But I think this is a pretty decent. I'm gonna zoom out so we can kind of get the full bracket in there. We gotta go really smart to get the full bracket. Dang. Yeah, we can't get the full bracket in there. Okay, whatever. That's cool. Actually, we can go full screen. Bam. Still can't get the full bracket. That's cool. We're just gonna zoom in all the way. Then that's cool. That's cool. So if you, this is just to get a pretty good look at my bracket or what I got here. Leading all the way over to the finale, get into Aquaman versus Wonder Woman in the finale. Wonder Woman making it all the way, beating Starro, beating Lobo, beating Swamp Thing, beating Zatanna. Superman making it all the way, beating Giganta, beating Captain Atom, beating Jay Garrick. Aquaman getting all the way there, beating King Shark, beating Hawkman, beating Supergirl, beating Superman, beating Wonder Woman, winning it all. Zatanna coming in there, beating Big Barda, beating Metamorpho, beating Batman, beating losing to Wonder Woman, I'm sorry. And then we get to Aquaman versus Wonder Woman, where Aquaman, in my humble opinion, can definitely pull out this W. Now, like I said before, definitely let me know in the comments what you're thinking about the DCKO event. What are your predictions for the fights? Who do you have winning? Who do you got losing? Let me know what you think about my predictions and what I got right here. Let me know if you think I'm crazy, if you think I'm absolutely tripping. If you agree with me, let me know. Also, if you've read the Aquaman comic, let me know how you think that could tie into this event with the Dark Side connections. But if you like the video, definitely drop a like, man. You know what I'm saying? It means a lot right here. Comment below. I mentioned what we could talk about. Definitely want to have a conversation with you guys. I'll always reply. If you're new here, like I said, welcome. If you're not new, if you're new here, if you're not new, welcome. If you're new here, welcome back. Sorry. But drop a sub, man. We're on the road to 200. We're almost there. Become one of the greats. We would definitely love to have you. You know, I'm gonna drop some links, you know, all over here on the screen. You can check out some more stuff I did. Talked about some brief details of the KO event. We did a Batman video not too long ago. We did a reaction to the Wolverine gameplay trailer not too long ago. So got a lot of stuff on the channel, comic book related. If you love comic books, definitely you're gonna love your time here with me. Appreciate you if you stop by. Without further ado, that's all I got for you. I'm a call it here, man. Shout out to DCKO event. I think it's gonna be a good one. So y'all be safe out there in internet land. Always spread peace and positivity.